and reveals a shrouded figure with long taloned fingers. The gentleman also shifts, revealing the same form.
So,
What a shame. Do be a dear and don't resist.
I immediately start casting Eldritch Blast.
I'll let you get a surprise attack off on the nearest one to you. After that, we roll for initiative.
A 21
That does hit.
for 3 damage.
So as you finish just saying that, you immediately whip out an Eldritch Blast, slamming into the nearest one. It hits the table, so it dissipates slightly, but it still impacts the nearest one to you, making its form stagger slightly. Now everyone roll initiative.
Mrs. Martinez, look out. That's still our furniture.
Do you want me to roll initiative, Pete, or just John and David?
You roll as well.
Okay, 12.
I also think you recognize the sounds of an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, but I'm kind of in that illusion, so I'm not sure what my roll bonus is right now.
Yeah, you're spacing over there.
And I'm guessing I can probably still hear things normally if I can hear the rain, but that's what I was wondering.
You do so. Oh, so you hear the Eldritch Blast go off. That's more or less when you've been noticing that your hand passes through the curtain. David, you gonna roll?
I rolled 18.
Oh, I didn't show up. Oh, no, right. Oh yeah, no, so I did. I didn't even notice. Jun, what's your dex stat?
Oh, super high. Something like 8.
I see.
It's 8 more than 0.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, it's more than 0. Okay then. So, David, you get to start out.
And leave a heavy sigh. And here I was trying to be hospital. And I cast another Eldritch Blast.
It's your next Eldritch Blast.
11.
Doesn't hit. The Eldritch Blast, you raise your hand up again, trying to move too quickly. You aim slightly off and it hits the wall instead.
What's my range on healing? 60 feet. Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am and move on.
And with that, it's their turn. Be a dear. Just let me draw your essence.
Oh,
One of them is going to reach out a hand towards you, Jun. Second, that's the wrong thing. Does a 7 hit?
thank God it does not.
So it just slowly reaches its hand out towards you, and you just simply move back slightly out of range of its fingers, and it sighs and shakes its head. Then there is one towards you, it's going to move towards you, and it's also going to do the same again. Reach out a hand towards you, David.
That does hit.
16. Okay. You get hit for 3 damage, and give me a con save.
11.
Okay. It reaches out a hand towards you, and you feel your flesh start to physically be repulsed as you feel something be pulled away from you. That's the end of their turn. John.
What I do is use my emboldening bond, this thing, on both Brandon and David. So basically they get like a D4 for an attack roll or ability check.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
For 10 minutes.
That's really neat.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that is an action.
That's an action, yes.
Yep.
And what are my bonus actions? What's this?
A good call, actually.
And I cast. How does this work?
That's what
I
this
cast
is.
Sanctuary on myself. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Right.
This is
That's
what I want.
Well, the creature within range, yeah. Doesn't say you can't target yourself. Okay. Alright.
That's all.
Brandon, you notice that the curtain in front of you doesn't seem to actually be there. And you hear a boom, boom, that you know from when their time in the caves, an Eldritch Blast. Me, a wisdom save.
Now, the thing is, that's, holding bong, that's on an ability, on a saving throw, I think. So we could add the default to that potentially.
I believe saving throws are considered ability checks.
Check as well.
Yeah, you can add it to saving throws.
I saving throw
Ability
anyway.
throws, attack rolls, and saving throws.
So
Yeah,
basically
once per
everything.
turn, but...
Once per turn, yes.
Yeah. I probably won't bother adding it. Actually, you know what? If it's once per turn, I might as well.
You look around, trying to ascertain exactly how to get out. You close your eyes and you feel a sense of a direction you must go in to get out, but you just lose it before you feel like you see where it was.
The impression that there's, like, you know, like, if you're kind of like in the house and you can kind of hear someone moving around outside, is he getting that sensation, or are they just speaking of the Eldritch Blast from a distance?
You can still effectively hear everything around you.
Well, basically, he wants to know if he can hear, like, this creature, like, moving up towards him.
You would have heard its footfalls, yeah.
Because, I mean, obviously he's not going to react to the creature visually, but I think Brandon would, like, from the perspective of his kitchen, kind of like, oh, okay, this is weird. And he would kind of like try to hide behind something, so I don't know if that would translate to any movements in reality. Kind of like, thinking that if someone's going to come into his house, he's going to try and get the job done.
Well, you wouldn't know.
Well, can he move, is what I'm asking. Because if he can hear something coming towards him and he's conscious that this is an illusion, I think it's reasonable that he'd feel a little bit on edge.
Well, do you move then?
Well, I mean, basically, can he move to the left? Like, is the layout of his kitchen similar to that of the shop? Like, would he be moving into a wall?
You could move where you can see in the kitchen.
Okay, it's just because I don't know if the layout of the kitchen is the same. I'm just going to basically say that if he can move to, like, here, he'll move to there. Just kind of, like, further away from the source of the sounds.
As you move, sound doesn't seem to get any further away.
Basically, he's stuck in place. Okay, well, I guess he has his turn now.
Okey-dokey. David, top of the turn again.
Don't have anything for close range, do I? No.
You got one thing, don't you?
I'm going to throw a clue ball at it. see what happens.
Make an attack roll with disadvantage because it's within 5 feet and it's ranged attack.
And plus a state d20, right?
Straight d20.
You can add a d4. Okay.
Oof. Right. You squish it in your hand.
God damn it, not again.
Well, now you can use your hand as a hammer.
I will start screaming, Devlin, mouse, need a little bit of help here. And that's it.
With that, the shade's going to take a swipe at you again.
And that is
2 damage, and give me a con save again.
14.
You feel it touch you, and you feel your flesh ripple again as it pulls something away, but not. You feel you resisted it better than you did the previous time, whatever it is doing. John, one's going to take a swipe at you.
Make a wisdom save first.
Oh yeah, good points. Forgot about that. Wisdom.
At least feel it.
18.
Oh, no, okay, you managed to do so.
Also, give me a con save.
Con save. Oh.
Okay. This time he reaches out towards you and touches your arm. You feel your flesh start to ripple slightly. As it pulls away, you feel something get pulled with it. You lose 1 from your strength score.
Fine. -1.
This is going to be an automatic hit, but it's actually going to hit you. Brandon, just make a con save with disadvantage.
10.
You can use the d4.
It's once per turn, isn't it? So I don't think I can use it yet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not once per round. So, Brandon, you feel a hand reach out and touch your shoulder. Your flesh feels repulsed by the touch, and you feel something try to get pulled away. Despite the illusion, you effectively shore up your body. You try and contain where it's being pulled, and you manage to just about contain it.
I guess Sacred Flame at the one in front of me.
Dex save, wasn't it?
Yes.
Dokie. 15.
But you make it, so it doesn't hit.
It seems to shift slightly to the side from the origin of the flame.
Does it look a little repulsed or worried about the Radiant Flame?
It does look like it's unhappy about the flame.
Okay.
You end your turn?
I end my turn.
Brandon.
Save again?
Correct.
I'm going to add the d4 to
After
it.
feeling
After
you feel something try to get pulled out of you, you focus on where that was being pulled to. You close your eyes, and after a moment, you feel your consciousness shift. When you open them again, you're in the shop. You look to your left, and you see that figure looking at you, the skeletal-like face twisting slightly. Oh, you got out. I thought you wanted to go home. You still have your action.
Brandon actually says nothing, and he's just going to raise his hands towards her and use Burning Hands.
Is that a dex save?
Yeah, Dex 12.
Why is she making saves? These are slimes.
Still takes half damage from this, so
Okie dokie.
3.
You
And-
quite perturbed.
I do
Raise your
need to roll
hands.
my d20 as well, don't I?
Oh yeah, forgot about that again. Yeah, roll your 20.
Okay, so no lamp magic.
Nothing fun. You raise your hand simply, straight into her face. Shift slightly, avoiding the worst of the flames, but you see him lick away at its shoulder, burning away parts of the clothing that it seems to wear. Do you end your turn?
Yep, and Brandon pointedly says nothing.
David, your turn.
I will cast Sacred Flame at the one near June.
Okie dokie.
Wait, since when can you do Sacred Flame?
Since ever.
I can remember that either. To be fair though,
That's
you have
my
an Eldritch Blast,
signature.
that's probably why.
It's my signature move, bro!
I can do everything you can, but better. And bonus action, I will heal myself for a d6.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
And that's it.
Okie dokie. Shade's turns again. One of them will reach out towards you again, David.
That
Completely
misses.
fluff it. It reaches out its hand towards you. As you heal yourself, it pulls away slightly. Jun? Warning. Oh, fuck. Right. So I guess one
I
of them
don't think that hits.
Okay, no worries, no worries, no worries.
Oh,
Oh.
She's down for the count.
but wouldn't you make a wisdom save though?
Yep, you're right. You're right.
It's your moment to roll a natural one.
Did it miss?
DC is 12.
Ooh, fuck. Right. In that case, I will count that roll. So, it has to attack a different target, was it? Then.
Oh,
Yeah, choose a new target for the attack roll spell roll. Okay. In which case, it's going to pull away from you and make its way towards David. Use your reaction.
Yeah, make a opportunity attack.
Roll to attack.
No, that doesn't.
You try to flick out with your quarterstaff and you just miss it by a hair's breadth. And it makes its way towards David. And it's going to make an attack against him.
That misses.
It also goes to attack you and then pulls itself back slightly, where your flesh is healed up. It seems to be repulsed by it.
What was that roll though? You rolled 3 times full dice.
It's just a good roll.
You just want me to die?
Apparently, yeah.
Ooh.
And now there's going to be an attack against you, Brandon, as well. An actual attack this time. You're no longer defenseless. Does a 12 hit?
Let me just double check something. Yes, yeah, 12 hits.
Does it need to be 10?
No, it's not. I was looking at something else.
Okay. Well, max damage. So, you feel the hand coming towards you.
Brandon's down
From
then,
the side that was burned.
because he only had
Oh,
4
right,
health
shit.
left.
Oops. Okay then. You feel something get pulled out of you, and you collapse. I'm going to say you automatically fail the con save if you're down.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'll let you roll disadvantage. You're not dead yet.
So what do you want me to do?
Con save with disadvantage.
Can't save with disadvantage. Now, the thing is, am I actually unconscious at this point?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to make this argument more for story reasons. I was going to use Tides of Chaos, which is basically my once per long rest that can gain advantage on an attack or ability check or saving throw. Could I argue that Brandon activates this unconsciously as he's going down?
I mean, saving throw would be a death save as well, so potentially he
but,
wants or...
but what I'm saying is, if he doesn't activate this now, would he be able to do it after he's unconscious?
Yeah, I'd allow it.
Okay, in that case, I'll save it for death saving throw then. So in that case, I'll just do the con save with disadvantage. That one.
You lose 1 from your strength score. I'm not going to do accelerate that whatsoever.
Okay.
And then we jump back to David.
Seeing as how I am surrounded, Owen has arms of Hadar. So I need a DC 12 strength check.
Check the strength. One on your left. Nope. The one above you.
Nope.
Does... Oh no, it's 11. Is it? I'm thinking +2 then. Neither of them make it.
They make 6 points of damage.
Okey-dokey.
And they cannot take reactions until the end of the time. So I will start moving away next to you. Yeah, over there. Right. And that's it.
As you move away and the necrotic damage starts to take hold of them, all 3 of them scream at once. And you see all of them, the forms start to shift slightly. They become more haggard looking, more worn all at once.
They are sharing combined XP. Combined health. Blast them.
Double check their total movement 1 second. Okay. Now for the tape measure, one of them is going to barrel through everything, stopping there. It's going to attack you, David.
Okay.
And it whiffs. And the other one is going to... It's still under the... Going to be under the effect of Shield of Faith, isn't it? Sanctuary, sorry, yeah.
It should be for 10 turns. That's been
Was it
3
Wisdom?
now. Yeah, wisdom. Do
Okay,
you
so it
fade
won't.
it?
It's going to go for David as well. 14 will hit.
That hits. That did hit.
3 damage. You feel some of your arm starts to bubble effectively and blacken slightly. Give me a con save.
Ooh, nope. 4.
And you feel 1 strength
Again.
get drained from your score.
Hey.
Ignore that roll.
And Brendan, on save with disadvantage, please.
Nice.
You feel 1 of your strength get taken away.
And death saving throw?
Not your turn yet.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought they were... For some reason I thought that would... I thought that might trigger it, considering it's an attack.
They didn't actually attack you. They just
Right.
reached off you.
Okay, I was just wondering if it would have counted as that or not. Okay.
Not going to hit you whilst you're down yet.
Yes.
John, your turn.
And this one make a deck save.
Which one, sorry?
This one, the one beneath. These just don't make it through it.
But you asked
Yeah,
it.
roll
Make
once.
it. Perfect.
Yay. Cool.
Okie dokie.
3 radiant damage.
You raise your hand, and a spark of flame ignites within it, and it shrieks, flailing around. And the other two do as well. Part of them falls away, the lower half, leaving them as a torso floating. Parts that fall away bubble and dissipate into nothingness, and the world around you starts to shake. It's let us leech you.
Fuck off.
Assume you understand that?
Yeah, I do.
Brandon, give me a death save.
Right. He is. Now let me just double check the wording of this. Right, I think I might actually try to just do a flat roll first. 17.
You have one success.
Yeah.
You feel yourself in a haze. You hear faint things around you bumping. You feel your eyelids flutter slightly, but you're still on the floor. David.
I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna touch myself and cast light.
You.
The moment I said it, I knew to make that joke.
Okay then.
Not here, Mr. Martinez.
Actually, as a fair point, which bit do you touch to light up?
I will
Oh.
stick with my clothing.
Fair enough. Okay. You touch your clothing and it begins to glow, and the ones beside you immediately start to shrink back. You see their forms start to lessen.
Alright. That's my action, so that's it.
One of them's going to flail out against you. Does an 8 hit?
It does not.
It flails around, but it keeps pulling away from the light each time it starts to try to get close. Wisdom save, see if anyone can hit Jun. It cannot, so it'll attack David instead. Does a 10 hit?
And does not.
So the second one also flails around and misses. Brandon,
Bask in his glorious light.
can't save with disadvantage. You feel another strength get pulled away from you. Jun, your turn.
Make a deck save. Oh, okay, then don't. Just
You can choose to fail if that's what you want.
Failed.
I kinda did.
You hold
1
up
damage.
your hand, and again your flame ignites into it. It pulls away. As it does so, one of its arms drops away from the one that you were targeting. All 3 shriek, and you see the one beside David. That arm also falls away.
Miss Martinez, do you have eyes on Brandon?
I do not.
Alright, and I am my turn.
Brandon, death save.
Okay, just
Right.
give me a second.
Remember your default, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna put the. Actually, no, I don't need to. I've got it anyway. So.
2 successes. You can feel the thing looming over you as it seems to be trying to siphon off you. David, your turn.
I cast Sacred Flame. That one nearest.
Fails.
5 damage.
You point towards the nearest one towards you. You are aglow with light. It doesn't want to hit you. It doesn't want to be near you. It tries to back away slightly, and you point behind it. The sacred flame bursts out behind it, scorching its back, and you see it start to dissipate as the flames cover its entire form. The one next to Jun starts to writhe around, and then flames seem to start to cover that one as well. Brandon, you hear screaming beside you. You can sense a light through your eyelids. The world around you starts to shake and rattle, crack, and fall apart, and you're back in the shop.
I immediately start looking for Brandon. Do I see him unconscious on the ground?
Yes, you do.
I will put in a single d6 of healing light. 2.
Brandon, you pop back up.
Whilst they are doing that, I run to Kara.
Okay.
You go to Kara's room, and she is snoring away.
I quietly retreat.
As Brandon comes to, not really kind of like taking stock of the situation yet, he's going to say, "Get that thing!"
Now you see is a brightness. That's the light is still active.
You took care of it then?
Nah, we both did. Are you okay?
You knew it. Shouldn't have let my guard down around. Oh, both alright?
Yeah, Kara's also alright, still sleeping.
The violet light is coming through the windows again. There's no sign of rain on the panes.
We're still traveling?
I'm
I
guessing
think
that.
we hit
Yeah, I
some
guess we had a
dimension
snag.
of dark
Yeah, we-
beings.
Yeah, we probably had a snag. I weren't told that could potentially happen. I mean, that can't be the first time that the shop's gotten stuck like that. Could be whatever was hunting. Could be related to that dog, for all we know.
Maybe that's why we couldn't see Mr. Defloon.
As you mention his name, he descends from the ceiling and looks you all over. Ah, you're finally done sleeping?
Sleeping?
Yes, it looks like you got pulled into somewhere.
We almost died.
There
Yeah,
were
would have been most
three
inconvenient.
cloaked creatures, quite skeleton-like, bony, rigid, that were trying to seep off our life energy.
Sounds like you touched on the planes of death.
Uh,
It sometimes happens. Yes.
Could we next time,
Warning would be nice.
make a wide berth?
Are there any other planes that we could potentially fall into, just so we actually have some defense next time?
Well, there's planes of void beasts. There's the eldritch horrors.
And all
There are
of them.
many things that can reach out and touch us.
Also, anything that is, not something that will kill us.
Okay, this will probably make it simple. I'll just simplify my question, Devlin, to save us both some time. So, if we can't reach you, if you don't respond to us, then assume that we're in one of these planes, and just keep the door shut until you say that we've arrived at our destination. That
I
sound
would
logical?
assume so. If I have started traveling, wait until I announce we are going to arrive.
Right, cool.
It doesn't necessarily mean that I will be able to keep out whatever is trying to get in. But
Well, I mean, that's fine. I mean, but, we kind of just assumed that we arrived. We've only travelled once, so if you just tell us that we've arrived next time, we'll kind of at least be clued in that something might be wrong.
And then next time we can just go straight for the attack.
Well, it's just good to see that you all survived in one piece, mostly.
Yeah, I'm feeling more tired than usual after that.
You and me both.
I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm sorry, guys. I just need a minute.
no, it's understandable, Brandon. Go take some rest.
I assume you just collapse into bed.
Brandon is going to sort of like walk sort of over to sort of this back wall here, and probably kind of conscious that Kyle is still sleeping. He's probably not going to do it too hard, but he's just going to punch the wall.
Give me a strength check. Minus, was it 3 strength or 2
Yep.
strength?
And it's sweet.
Oof.
So that
Technically,
was...
you have started healing the wall.
He's going to punch
Yeah,
the
you
wall.
hit the wall,
You do!
and the boards were slightly misaligned, and when you hit it, it goes perfectly aligned.
Okay, Brandon's just going to say it to himself under his breath. So to like even check on my angle, right? And he's just going to go to bed.
Yes, Miss Martinez?
You have known Brandon for longer.
Yes?
Is there any way we could cheer him up?
I think giving him a moment first is important.
Obviously, but tomorrow, next day after that,
Oh, we used to play a lot of games together.
I think that's out of the question here. But
Yeah.
and as
Honestly, at the moment I cannot think of anything, Miss Martinez. The image of the things we just faced are quite engraved.
understandable.
But hopefully tomorrow morning my mind will clear up.
Right.
I think we should all get some rest.
Yeah. Devlin,
Yes,
do you know where Mouse is? Or could you call him?
he's currently resting. He was out doing tasks whilst you were gallivanting around.
All right. In that case, could you then pass a message to him that
Certainly.
when he's awoke, there is some red Leicester cheese on the table.
I'm sure he will be quite pleased of that.
It was supposed to be a celebration after all today.
It's a shame that we got pulled into the...
Yeah, also kills the mood. And I will move towards the kitchen to dry the remaining of the meat.
When you do so, you notice that the meat that you had prepared for those 3 is still there. It didn't get used up.
Oh, okay, that's at least something.
As well as the turnips as well, they're still there.
All right.
Jen, what do you do?
I sit down on my bedroll, but I imagine June cannot fall asleep. So after a bit of writing, she will start praying, I think, because she feels a little bit lost.
Roll me your religion. Okay, what am
19.
I praying for?
I guess the ability to either help the people around me or her watching over us.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sit there, praying, your eyes closed, and you feel a whisper of a gentle breeze across your cheek, a rustle of leaves. When you next open your eyes, you'll see yourself in the grove again, and she is sat there looking at you and smiles.
I smile weakly back, still a little startled by facing those 3 things. Hello, madam.
Good evening, child.
Thank you for letting me come here.
You've had a hard time with things of late. What little niceties I can give, I give.
Thank you. It means a
Those
lot
of
to
a
me.
kind heart deserve to have kind things happen. She stands up, towering over you, and gently walks across the grass. In her wake, the grass straightens back up to be naturally standing immediately. She places a long, slender hand on your shoulder. There's much in you that you could be.
I wish I could be more helpful.
She
Not-
kneels down, so her head is now at your head height, standing.
I do not look at her face. I keep looking down out of respect.
Don't be afraid to avert your eyes.
I glance up at her.
You see a warm smile.
I felt really worried that I couldn't help my friend today. We've been running into trouble a few times, and I feel like I should pull my weight more.
With time, you'll be able to do much more. You must just be patient. have a
I
gift
will
for
be
you.
patient.
She raises a hand, places a fingertip on your chest. You feel a warmth emanate from it. It pulses through you from your chest to your fingertips to your toes. This will take time. As you grow, you will change.
I bow my head faintly. Thank you, miss.
Stay strong.
I will. Thank you for being there.
It's my pleasure to be. Now come,
I
sit with me for a while.
sit down.
You sit in the grove, listening to this gentle sound of water, not speaking, unless you want to ask anything in particular.
No, I would just take in the serenity of the grove and her presence.
You stay there for quite a while, until eventually you will wake up. When you wake up, you will have a point of inspiration. David, what will you do after you heard your food?
I would go to my room and try to visit the library.
Roll me religion.
Or
You sit there trying to reach out, but you feel it's like you're reaching out with a numb hand, trying to grasp onto something, but you can't bend your fingers to grab it. After a while, you feel the urge to give up, and you feel something grab you by the neck and effectively pull you, and you appear in the library. And behind you, you sense a familiar presence.
Jesus, that was forceful.
I could sense something. You've got a little bit of a change coming on, and I could feel you trying to reach out. So, here you are. Here I am.
Thank you for helping out. There is actually 2 reasons why I came here. The first was we have seen this dog. It's completely black, red eyes, and it looked like it came through a tear from within space.
Ah, yes. Well, sounds like you have a traveler there. What was it, a wolfman?
No, just a dog, I think.
Just a dog. Oh.
Are they dangerous? Should we be wary? Should we avoid at all costs?
I would need to research into that.
Please, if you could.
It may take some time, however. But whilst you are here, you will continue your lessons.
Yes, that was the second.
Come on then. The world shifts around you, and you see a desk in front of you.
I take a seat.
For the next several hours, you pore over the books and lessons that are shown to you, and you feel something start to click in place, bit by bit, by bit, by bit. After 4 hours' time, you have a book placed in front of you with a text you've never seen before. After a moment, you start being able to grasp what it's saying.
I see.
It's a cookbook telling you how to prepare frogs.
I look at him as I personally do not like frogs, but the French had an interesting cuisine.
Well, I have to start you with simple texts. How about this? Can you read this out to me? He places another book in front of you, opens a page. Again, a format which you've never seen before. You look over it, and after a moment, you grasp what it's saying. It's an erotic novel in the middle of a scene.
Steamy. I didn't know you were into this kind of literature.
When you have an infinite amount of time, you try everything.
I can understand that.
Seems that you grasp my lessons. That, in and of itself, is a very rare thing.
Well, I had a great teacher.
You have potential.
Thank you. I mostly focus on not dying, though.
Don't we all? Even the gods fade.
They do?
Of course. All things have cycles. And even gods fear some things.
Interesting. What is it that you feared, if I might be so bold?
He looks around. To never be able to leave this place until I faded.
I can understand that, being stuck.
There's a great much I could do.
But you can leave, can you not?
No.
Ah.
I've been bound here for millennia. Maybe one day you might be able to help me escape.
No, I do owe you a lot, so if I can, I will.
Excellent. Now, I will go and begin looking for this red-eyed dog.
Yeah, might be also useful to know when he came through space, there was a lot of static.
What is static?
How do I explain that? We'll replicate this sound using, see, a press station could also do that.
Ttrpg, right?
Yeah, our press station can also make sound, harmless sensory effects. So I recreate static sounds.
He listens and nods for a second. Her in space is a funny thing. They are not perceivable to mortal eyes in a way they can be understood. So the mortal mind twists and bends what it sees to something it can understand. For you, it must be that.
Mm-hmm.
He mirrors the sound.
Right. Good to know. Alright, that was a lovely lesson. And till next time.
We'll see one another again. Don't go dying on me. I have great hopes for you.
I'm trying.
As you say that, the library fades away and you fall into a sleep. Brandon, you settle into an uncomfortable sleep, rolling, tossing, turning, until eventually unconsciousness takes you. You dream of worrying, feeling helpless, feeling unable to accomplish anything, but then something else pulls at you. You are looking out across a large pane of grass. Ahead, there is a group of people, humans by the looks of it, in armour. They're pulled together with shields and swords drawn, guarding one another. Your hand raises, and from your left, you see 2, 4, 10 dark shapes dart past. You instantly recognise them to be the dog you saw. They charge towards the knights. Fangs burn, and the memory fades.
The knights, were they completely covered in armor, or could I make out the
Yes.
faces?
And so you can make out enough to say that they were human. Actually, you know what? I'll let you roll a perception check so you can get any more details.
A 9.
Okay. So you see amongst them, they seem to be human, all except for one, who is in the centre of the formation. You see the tufts of longer ears.
Okay.
That's where we'll end the session off.
You know, it was just a couple of days earlier that could have been the Halloween episode. I guess that essentially was.
It was effectively planned to be my Halloween episode, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll still run it even if it's a couple of days late.
When this episode goes out,
It won't be
That's
Halloween. It won't be Halloween. It
it
won't
will be Halloween next year.
It's like, Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Well, I mean, they wanted to something off you. That's kind of like love, right?
Wow!
They wanted
Wow.
to- No, you know what? I'm not going to make the obvious joke.
Oh,
You're gonna make the joke about leeching love?
Using different words, but essentially, yes. It'll actually be close to Valentine's Day. I think it'll be probably back end of February by the time that this airs. But yeah.
Alright, so happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Happy Valentine's Day.
everybody.
Okay. Right, well, on that note, hope you guys enjoyed, and we should be back next time. I don't know why I say next week, because relatively speaking, it's kind of worthless, really, because of when it's got. Join us next time on Far and Away. And so then I hope you have a good day wherever you are. Goodbye for now.
Hello.
See ya.